Morning, people. You don't know the flex. We're down at the kitchen live and direct. It's Tuesday, and what better way to celebrate Tuesday than to celebrate it by Taco Tuesday? Although me a Jamaican, say, there's no reason that we can't celebrate Taco Tuesday like the Mexicans and everybody else. You don't know the flex right now. We're there live and direct in the kitchen. I'm going to show you guys an easy way how to make tacos, plant-based tacos. This is no carne, this is no meat, this is all plant-based. And right here we have some ground beef crumbles. And it's all plant-based, like I said before, all plant-based. You can pick it up in your local Whole Foods or maybe in a Publix, any local grocery store, I'm sure you can find it in there. Right here, it's a little bit of butter. It's all plant-based. And down to even the seasonings are plant-based. Everything here is plant-based, organic, natural thing, gluten-free. And that's it. All down to the taco shell them. Greens. You know, see? Yeah, man, so you don't know the flex with their live and direct. I'm going to get right into it. Quick and easy. We got some Roman tomatoes. I'm going to start off with the Roman tomatoes. So what I'm going to do is give it a nice little wash. I'll wash it off nice and clean, Even though I'm going to wash it off nice and clean, I still like to peel the skin off because, the same thing you do on a cutting board, I could do it by hands because I have experience of it and my hands are clean. There you go right there. That's just the basic cut up for the seasonings for when I season down the food that I have right here. I like to use red onions, purple onions. I mean, you could call it what you want to call it. I believe the purple red onions have a much more flavor compound to it. So what I'm going to do is work my way over to the potting area. This is where I'm going to do my station right here. As you can see, I have garlic. This is some organic garlic that I picked up in the Whole Foods. And we're going to put it in the pot. Along in the pot with the garlic, I'm going to put the tomatoes that I just cut up, as well as some of the onions I just cut up. And what we're going to do here is add some of the butter, as you can see. We don't want so much. We just want a good amount to cover the bottom. That way the season doesn't stick to the bottom. So something like that. And as well, we want to add a little bit of olive oil, maybe a little tablespoon of olive oil to enhance the butter. So what we want to do is actually keep the fire, turn the fire on high so everything can get melted and sizzled in, and we're going to have it stir fried together. And then what we're going to do is let that heat up for a second. And while that's heating up, I'm going to put some curry because the pot is seasoning up right now and it's stir frying. This is just how I want it. So we're going to add a little curry to there. And that's it. That's why I told you guys earlier, this is more of like a Jamaican Taco Tuesdays. This is not really the typical Taco Tuesdays where you know about. So this is a Jamaican Taco Tuesdays. As that is sizzling down right now, stir frying. We want to make sure that everything is absorbing the flavors, the seasonings. So what we do right now is, while that's sizzling down, we don't want it to burn. So what I do is cool it down with a little water. A little water. Kick up the fire now. Being that the water is in there and we know it's not going to burn, just do that. Have that sizzling right now. Right now we have the bag of beef crumbles, plant-based. And you guys, this, I could use this in anything. I use it for the tacos. I use it to make a little hamburger helper with some macaroni and cheese. This could be used for anything, to be honest, Ground beef, bulla beef, whatever you want to call it. You can use it in any different way. And that's it. Yeah, man. If you curry this and put it with some rice, it coming like a bulla beef you eat. And that's it. So right now we're there live and direct. That's kicking up and sizzling up and doing its thing right there. What I like to do in the meantime, in between time, is add some more water to it. Water's my friend right here. We're gonna add some of that mild taco seasoning. Toss that in the pot. So we got a little of the curry, the Jamaican style curry. And we'll put some of the Mexican style seasoning in the thing. See? So right now we'll have all of that in there, all incorporated. You want to add a little bit more water, that way this boils down and reduces down the right way, right? A little bit more. And when I say a little bit more water, put like a half a cup of water, to be honest. So the aroma right there. So I picked up some sauce from the grocery store earlier. Let's give that a little hit real quick. And what we're gonna do is create a little sauce fusion ourselves. All right, so what we're gonna do is, I'm not a fan of the chunks in the sauce. So what I like to do is strain the sauce. I just want a little flavor of the marinator sauce. I'm not trying to get everything. We're right here back at the sink, washing off everything. And I say, yeah man, so in my kitchen when I cook, my life you know say everything clean. And I say, everything clean. Back over here at the pot, stirring it. So what I want to do is add some of this beef crumbles into the pot. I'm gonna let that marinate into the gravy and just form its own way and its own parts into the gravy. See, it's getting reduced down into the sauce. Okay, this is like exactly what we want it to look like. This is what we want. We want everything to get incorporated, everything to just combine all in one. And this is how the taco meat should look. It's not finished. We still want it to simmer and boil in all of those good seasonings and all of the good flavors, you know. Right here, you don't even need to do much, but add a little pinch of sea salt. And maybe perhaps some thyme, you know. Maybe some thyme will work, a little pinch of sea salt. I mean, you could get whatever you want, whatever brand you want. And when I say a pinch, I'm using, watch this, I'll show you guys. I'm using a little, oh wow, a little too much there. There you go. Just gonna take a pinch. And we're just gonna give it a nice little stir. That way everything incorporates with that flavor. You know, it smells like Taco Tuesday in here if you ask me. In the meantime, what I'm gonna do is, now that I got the meat, one of the meats made for the taco, I'm gonna actually prep the tomatoes. Yeah man, just something I couldn't know that. That's how we do my thing different, you know. So like I said, if there's any criticism about, he does taco like that, yo, do yours your way and me, I'm gonna do my one my way. You know see? Yeah man, you don't know the flex there, live and direct, in the kitchen. You know see? Taco Tuesdays. There, cheese, shredded cheese. I mean, you're welcome to use whatever cheese you like, but like how this is plant-based Tuesday tacos, I am using Daya. So what I'm doing is dicing up the tomatoes. As you can see, once again, my hands are clean. I'm just giving the tomatoes a nice cut. You got to be careful because these knives could be sharp, but this is years of experience, I can tell you that much. Let me know in the comments, what do you guys like to do? What do you like with your condiments for your tacos? Some people like spicy pepper. Some people like avocados. Just let me know in the comments below, what do you guys like? All right, we got that. May want some onions. You know, like a little pico de gallo, you know, something like that. I wasn't a fan of the pico de gallo, but I actually went to overseas and they made some in Mexico for me, and I was amazed with it. You know, as a matter of fact, it tastes better than the one in the States. We have the onions, the tomatoes, we have the vegan Daya cheese, and those will be the toppings right now. So in the meantime, in between time, I'm gonna preheat some of these shells. Gonna preheat some of these shells, right? In my air fryer. Gotta make sure we pay attention to it because it really does heat them very quick. So once that's heating, start it, okay? I'm gonna actually go in the fridge and get the bag of lettuce. And like I said, you could use any form of lettuce you want, any for the greens. You could use kale if you want. You could use Swiss chard. You could use spinach, whatever you like. I'd rather get this. It works well. You can pick it up in the local grocery store, Publix, Kroger's, wherever you go, it's there. And as you can see, the shells are getting warmed up to the temperature or to the crispness that I want. And you guys got to keep in mind, you don't want the shells to burn. Nice and fresh, chopped up and diced up. Add some lime to it. Yeah, man, so don't really quote me on how it's supposed to be done because like I said, this is the Rastaman edition, Jamaican style Taco Tuesdays. And that's it. So I saw the thing set now. Then at the kitchen live and direct, saw the thing set. We like to keep everything clean, you know? Real taco meat, but it's all vegan. Plant-based. Don't get no better than that. You know, we could turn the fire down a little bit. Put the fire on low, in between low, medium. All right, as you can see, what we like to do is make it reduce down that way. The liquid it doesn't break up the tacos. So what I'm gonna do is give it a nice tuck in there. We're sharing them, so we're gonna give it a nice tuck. We don't want to overload it. See there? I'm gonna do it like that. That's one. So what I like to do after is put the tomatoes and the pico, the gallo, put that on top of the cheese, just like so. Just like so. And what I will do after that is put the lettuce on top. So you don't know the flex already. Jamaican style Taco Tuesdays. And that's it. There's no special way of making the tacos. This is my plant-based edition of Taco Tuesdays. Don't know the flex right now. They're in the kitchen live and direct. And that's it. So we're just gonna stuff it the right way. See? All right, now people, so there you have it right there. Finished results. Taco Tuesdays, plant-based, all vegan, all organic tacos. It doesn't get no better than this. I'm letting you know this, man. You cannot go and get this anywhere. And that's it. Yeah, man, you don't know the flex there. Live and direct. Orlando, Florida. And that's it. Yeah, man. Delicious. Super delicious. Freshness, the tomato, the lettuce, everything is fresh. Fresh ingredients. I can taste the organic tomatoes, the organic lettuce. It's all good. People, if you want to see more of these videos, please like, share, and subscribe. Until next time.